The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 403 of Daily Deck Review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the OPC Snackers Blackberry Flavor. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. So here we have the OPC Snackers, the Blackberry edition here, in that glossy finish tuck box there, and it's that kind of like lighter purple colorway. Okay, what kind of looks a little bluish. And then you got that kind of little circle, like multicolored circle design behind the OPC Snackers logo there. You got a little couple blackberries there. And it says 56 cards, naturally and artificially flavored. On one side, you got that design that kind of wraps around and it says gluten free. Other side has that pattern that wraps around again and says no preservatives. On the bottom, you got the QR code and the OPC logo and their website. And then you got the little information, which is 2019, second edition, one of 3,000. So these were created in 2019, and this is the second edition of the Snackers. And it's designed by Organic Playing Cards, distributed by Wiffle Shuffle Playing Card Co., Dallas, Texas, made in the USA. So that means it has the United States Play Company stock and finish, or air pressure finish. And then on the back, you got more of that kind of circle design that wraps around. And then you got the nutrition label here, where it says serving size 13 cards, serving per container 4. And then it says 56 calories for 56 cards in the box. And then you got ingredients: paper, premium stock, linen finish, cellophane wrap, blackberry puree, and corn syrup. There's no seal for the cards. And on the top, you got a little dotted line that says tear here. So if you were to rip it open like a bag or a little box or something. And now on the tuck flap, it says Snackers there in that lighter purple colorway. On the inner tuck flap, just that glossy purple finish. And now if we take the cards out of the box, on the inside tuck box, just plain white. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. And now that we took a look at that tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with that back sign. So here we have a mirrored back design with the standard white border going around. It's slightly thinner white border. And for the colorway, here you have a lighter purple for the main part of the back design. And then you got just one little blackberry there on either side in that mirrored form. So if you flip it over, same design in both directions. And now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we start with the first Joker. And I'll just say it. There is two identical Jokers. So both Jokers are identical there. And it both says Joker, Joker. And the J is in that kind of little light purple colorway. And then you got a half-eaten blackberry there on both Jokers. And then you get to the custom Ace of Spades here. And this is a pretty fun one, where it changes the whole shape of it. Where it's a spade, the big spade is in the shape of a blackberry there, and it says Snackers down below. And then the rest of the cards are pretty standard there. They might be a slightly different like shade, like a dark purple, but it looks like black, just like the normal black. But it could be slightly different. But I'm thinking it's just the standard cards, so they're just standard, nothing too crazy there. And we get to the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades here, and they're pretty standard, but they always have those little hidden OPC little items on them, and they're in that swapped colorway. It looks like the two different shades of purple there, like a light shade of purple and a darker shade there. And the Jack has some blackberry yogurt. The Queen has a blackberry muffin, and the King has a little basket, like a little container of blackberries. And then Okay. Anyways, those extra cards got there first. We'll look at those at the end. And then you got the diamonds here, which are standard, just in the lighter. So I guess this technically would be like a darker purple colorway, I guess. But it also kind of looks a little black at the same time. Anyway, but that we got the lighter purple for the diamonds, and the diamonds are also just standard. Then you get to the Jack, Queen, and King of diamonds here, and the different shades of purple once again, standard design. And then the Jack has like a jar of like a little a smoothie or like blackberry juice or something, blackberry smoothie. The queen has a bowl of blackberries, and the king is just eating some blackberries. And then you get the jack, queen, and king of clubs here. That same kind of darkish purple colorway there. And then the court cards are that two-tone purple. And the king has like a blackberry sword there, as you can see, like a little like, goo coming off there, like the jelly coming off it. And a little blackberry on the end of the sword. The queen has like blackberry pie or cheesecake, and then the jack has a little blackberry like ice cream cone, and then the rest of the clubs are just standard there. And then lastly, you got the hearts, Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. And once again, they're in that lighter purple colorway for the hearts. And then you got the two-tone kind of colorway for the heart, the court cards there. And the King, as you know, the King of Hearts always has like the sword through its head there. Instead of the sword, it's got like a little jam butter knife there. And it has like a piece of toast in its hand there with some jam on it. And then the Queen has the blackberry pie. And then the Jack has like a blackberry like soda or pop, and then the rest of the hearts are pretty standard there, nothing too crazy going on. And now to those extra cards here. First you got a blank face, and then you got an extra 5 of spades. And now that we look at the cards, time to test the handling. And we all know these are the air cushion finish kind of feel to it, so they'll handle fantastic, but we always test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. And a little bit slippery. Well, you got some pretty smooth springs there. They're not too bad to spring. Pretty nice and like a nice flex to it. Maybe a little bit stiff for some people. Like some people might find these a little stiff, but they're not too bad. But there's definitely some stiffness to it. And now for the fans. And as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. No real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Now on to the Pharaoh. Super smooth Pharaoh there. Now for the giant fan of that back design. And now for that reverse Pharaoh. Reverse Pharaoh's pretty smooth, not as smooth. They slightly stuck together, but not too bad. Now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the Wiffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. Pretty smooth Wiffle Shuffles and Bridge Shuffles. No issues there. Now for a few little packet cuts. Well, like I say, the packet cuts are pretty smooth there. No real issues. Pretty standard packetability there. Not like too slippery, but not like too packety at the same time, which is nice. Now for that one-handed cut or Charlier cut. And now time for the dribble. Well, they feel pretty smooth either way. But I think you have a little bit more grip with the back design up. Well, they feel pretty similar. And now for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, go see another pretty nice and fun deck from Organic Playing Cards. They always make some fun kind of decks there. And this one's pretty nice there. So if you're a fan of purple, then this would be the deck for you because this is really purple heavy there. So you got that lighter purple background with the blackberries on the back because it is the Blackberry edition. And then you got the fully custom kind of fit. Well, I guess not really custom, pretty standard deck, I guess. Just the custom colorway there, with like the spades and the clubs being like the darker purple, and then the diamonds and the hearts, the lighter purple colorway, and the same as the court cards there, where they're that kind of multicolored purple there. And there's kind of like a swapped colorway, so the clubs and the spades are more like the darker purple, more darker purple compared to like the clubs or the hearts and the diamonds, where they have more of like a lighter purple tone to it. But they're pretty similar there. With those multicolors and then little extra little hidden details of the little different like blackberry things is hidden within the core cards there. So pretty decent design there. Like I said, if you're a fan of purple, then I'd really recommend picking these up because there's lots of purple within these there. And then for the handling, these handle fantastic because they are the United States Playing Company air cushion finish. So there's definitely no issues there at all. So I guess with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 304, no, 403 of a daily deck review. This has been the Snackers Blackberry Flavor, the second edition of the Snackers from Organic Playing Cards. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.